Hey guys, I'm gonna do a video on different light workers and earth angels paths. I was actually just watching a really good video on um, how earth angels and light workers, that we all have different paths and different lives and different stories, even though we might all have like the same title. Well, we even have like kind of different titles. Like earth angels are supposed to be more rare than light workers, but to me, I like earth angels have to have very specific life events and the numerology and synchronicities and everything like that, where I don't think like light workers do. um, it seems like a lot of light workers have never even seen evil, and that's why they are so sweet and positive and pure. And even though earth angels are more rare, I feel like these light workers are very powerful too. And to be honest, I need them. They help me stay stable and just help me stay on this path. um, yeah, I definitely need them. Everybody needs them, and to be honest, it really, when I see them, it really makes me realize what I'm fighting for. And I know we're not really supposed to think like that, like I'm fighting for something, but I guess I could word it a little differently. Just what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to pursue, and just help people get to the fifth dimension to where maybe we can eradicate evil off this planet or get very close to it. Um, but yeah, everyone has different paths, and we all need each other, you know? I just was thinking about that. That's very interesting. I That's just from what I see with light workers. It seems like a lot of them have never even seen evil, and when I see like innocent people like that, it really makes me want to protect them and keep them away from evil things. Um, because they can change you, and like suppress your gifts or your personality. You know, like a kid, you want to keep kids away from anything evil like that, and really let their personalities blossom, and keep them innocent and sweet and pure, um, and just other people too, so it really, I really need light workers too, because they make me realize what I'm trying to do here, keeping evil away from them. But another thing I wanted to talk about is, like, we all need each other. We all have certain paths, and we all do certain things, and they're all important. But I started thinking, I really think that my path as an earth angel I would take on more of a leadership role. And then this person I was watching, she started talking about numerology, and I was like, I already know it's gonna line up. There's so many synchronicities with me, and of course it all lined up perfectly that I would have that path of a leadership role. I mean, I just started this channel and everything, and it's kind of weird because I don't really like it, like attention and things like that. I have a very small circle. I always have. I don't go to clubs and bars and concerts. I stay away from all that stuff, and I didn't really know why until I had my spiritual awakening and found out what I am and who I am. And it's because everyone's energy, it's too much. I don't like being around a lot of people, so it's very weird. And at the same time, I always knew I was going to have like this unique like YouTube channel. I don't know how I knew that, but even though I don't really want to have one, I'd rather just fly under the radar, and but it is what it is, because I feel like this is why I was put here, so I'm not going to shy away from that. I'm going to embrace it. But yeah, I really feel that everyone has their certain roles, and they're all extremely important. One is not more important than the other, but it's just so interesting. I That ended up being my numerology too. That was what I felt, just to help get people aware of what is the fifth dimension, what are light workers, what are earth angels, what were they put here to do. I really feel like that is my path, just getting people aware and involved and interested in all of this. Somehow I'm going to do my best, but it's just so fascinating too, because I've been around leaders my entire life. Earth angels always have like rough lives. Usually, like childhoods are usually a bit rough. Mine did start to get better as my family started to, as my father climbed through the ranks in the Carpenters Union. My mom became an RN, but yeah, I've been around leaders my entire life. My father is, well, he's retired now, but he was a superintendent and quickly climbed through the ranks, and all his friends were all his foremans, general foremans. Just that I grew up around these guys, tough, brutal guys, leaders, and I always saw that too as a kid, and I was like, Jesus, that'd be the last thing that I wanted to do. That looks so brutal, and it says every difficult aspect of a career is rolled into this. You're dealing with all types of crazy different personalities. You have to really be able to stand up for yourself and know how hard to push, when to maybe pull back a little bit. You have to use your brain and your back. You're working in the heat, the cold. It's extremely noisy. You're getting beat up, cut up, and bruised. You're working long hours. You're having to constantly think on your feet, constantly learn new things. And then once you get into like leadership roles, you take on 10, 20 times the responsibility, keeping men in line, but at the same time doing your best to be a good person and be a good leader, and make sure it's not just about like, oh yeah, I tell them what to do and I keep them in line. You're also there to look out for them too, and make sure that they're okay, and that they're doing well and thriving as best they can too, and making sure that they have what they need and everything like that. Just trying to be a good person, because respect is a two-way street. In that industry, that's what's kind of cool about it too, is you don't just get respect. You don't, just because you have a title, you have to earn the men's respect. If you don't deserve that title, you won't get the respect. That's just the way it is. But if you do deserve the title and you can do the job, you will get respect, and that's fair. That's absolutely fair. And it goes both ways. So, but yes, I've definitely been around leaders my entire life. Really, like my dad too. Really, really tough guy. Having to deal with people, put people in their place. At one point, he was on like house arrest in his office and had to be escorted around the job. I mean, just crazy. That industry, the union, being a union concrete carpenter, commercial cast in place, it's a very rough, brutal industry, and I never wanted to do that. I always seen that, and I was like, man, but then if you have like a leadership position, like I just think, what if you like mess something up and you have the guys doing something that's wrong, and I was like, geez, I would not want to do that. And of course I ended up doing exactly that. But it was all, I believe it was all part of God's plan. That was one of the ways he put me through the fire, and of course it was basically my destiny. And like I said, I grew up around all these guys that were tough, smart leaders, and I ended up doing that as well. and I believe that he puts Earth Angels through training, and I just believe that was a big part of my training. And it's just fascinating. Everything rolls together into one. It's so many synchronicities. That's what it's definitely fascinating. But I just wanted to talk about that real quick. That everyone has an important role to play, no matter what that role is, and we've all went through certain things in our lives so we can play these particular roles, especially with like Earth Angels. But everyone has a role to play. Just always remember that. And when I seen that video, I just thought it was interesting, and I just wanted to make a video about different Earth Angels roles that they're going to be playing and what I feel my role is. So I'll wrap this video right here, guys. Thanks for watching.